Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Srila Gurudev Ki Jai. Reading from Chaitanya Bhagavata, Vrndavana Thakur. This is Madhya-Khanda, chapter 18. Description of Lord Chaitanya's pastimes of the gopis dancing. Hare Krishna. O Lord Chaitanya, O auspiciousness of all the worlds, glory, glory to you. O Lord, in my heart, please place the gift of your 2 feet. O life of Nityananda and Sarup Damodar, glory, glory to you. O abode of transcendental virtues, O Lord who love your devotees, glory, glory to you. O Lord Chaitanya, O Lord accompanied by your devotees, glory, glory to you. Anyone who hears these narrations about Lord Chaitanya will attain pure devotional service. In Navadvip, Lord Chaitanya always tasted the nectar of Sankirtan. O my brothers, please hear this narration of Madhya-Khanda, a narration of Lord Chaitanya's dancing in the dress of Goddess Lakshmi. One day, Lord Chaitanya told everyone, "Today I will dance in a dance play." The Lord called for Sadashiva and Buddhimanta Khan and told them, "Arrange for costumes. Arrange for the conch shell, bodices, stage curtain, and ornaments. Arrange everything. Gadadhar will wear the costume of Rukmini. Brahmananda will wear the costume of Rukmini's friend Suprabhata. Nityananda will be my grandmother. Haridas will be the guard who wakes the others. Srivas will wear the costume of Narada. Sri Ram will be his Brahmin disciple. And Sriman will certainly say, 'I must be the torchbearer.'" Then Advaita asked, "What costume will I wear?" Lord Chaitanya replied, "You will be Lord Krishna, the master of the gopis, and you'll sit on a throne." "O Buddhimanta Khan, please go quickly, arrange all the costumes. Then I will dance." Placing the Lord's order on their heads, Sadashiva and Buddhimanta went to their homes. Their bliss had no end. They soon brought a Katya canopy and beautiful costumes. Buddhimanta Khan placed the costumes before the Lord. Pleased at heart by seeing the costumes, Lord Chaitanya said to all the Vaishnavas, "Assuming the role of the Supreme Lord's potency, I will dance. Only persons who have conquered their senses are qualified to see me dance. Only those who have the power to control their senses may enter the house today." The Vaishnavas were very happy that Lord Chaitanya would play the role of Goddess Lakshmi in a dance drama. But when they heard the Lord's final declaration, they all became morose. Scratching the ground, Advaita said, "I should not see this play today. I've not conquered my senses." Then Srivas Pandit said, "These words are mine also." Hearing this, the Lord smiled and said, "If you do not come, then for whom will I dance?" Lord Chaitanya, the crest jewel of the dancing stage, then declared, "Don't worry. Today you will all be great kings of yoga. When you see me, not one of you will be bewildered." Hearing the Lord's words, Advaita, Srivas, and all the others became joyful. Then, accompanied by all the devotees, Lord Chaitanya went to Chandrasekhar's Acharya's house. Accompanied by her daughter-in-law, Mother Sachi also came to see the wonderful dance in the role of Goddess Lakshmi. Many Vaishnav kinsmen and friends came with Mother Sachi to see the dance. Sri Chandrasekhar's good fortune has no limit, for in his home the Supreme Lord revealed his glories. And accompanied by all the Vaishnavas, Lord Chaitanya sat down. By his order, everyone accepted their costumes. Again and again Advaita asked with folded hands, "Lord, please order me, which costume should I wear?" Lord Chaitanya replied, "All the costumes are yours. Pick the costume you like." Advaita was not in external consciousness. Walking back and forth and knitting his brows, he thought, "Which costume will I take?" He danced about like a playful jokester. He floated in an ocean of bliss. Then a tumultuous sound of Lord Krishna's name arose. All the Vaishnavas were overcome with bliss. Mukunda sang the auspicious beginning of the kirtan, Ram Krishna Bolo Hari Gopal Govinda. Haridas entered first. He had 2 great playful fake mustaches over his mouth. A great and splendid turban decorated his head. His garments were a loincloth. In his hands was a stick. To everyone he carefully said, "O brothers, please give me your attention. Accepting the role and costume of Goddess Lakshmi, he who is the life breath of all the worlds will now dance." He twirled the stick. The hairs of his every limb stood erect. He awakened thoughts of Krishna in everyone. Then Haridas arrogantly called out, "Worship Krishna, serve Krishna, chant Krishna's name." Watching Haridas, all the devotees laughed. "Who are you? Why are you here?" everyone asked. Haridas replied, "I am a policeman from Vaikuntha. I always wander about, awakening in people thoughts of Lord Krishna." Leaving the world of Vaikuntha, the Supreme Personality of Godhead has now come to this place. For free, he now gives away pure love and pure transcendental service. Accepting the role and costume of Goddess Lakshmi, the Supreme Lord will now dance. He will freely give away pure love and pure devotional service. All of you, please accept his gift with great care. After speaking these words and twirling his mustache, he and Murari Gupta walked about and made their exit. Haridas and Murari Gupta were both dear friends of Lord Krishna. They were both filled with ecstatic love. Staying within their body, Lord Chaitanya enjoyed pastimes. Then Srivas, wearing the costume of Narada Muni, joyfully walked before the assembly. He had a great long beard and great mustaches. A veena rested on his shoulder. A blade of kusha grass was in his hand. He cast a glance in 4 directions. Ramai Pandit followed behind. In his hand was a kamandalu, and under his arm was a sitting mat. Ramai Pandit spread out the mat for sitting. Srivas looked exactly like Narada himself. Seeing Srivas's costume, everyone laughed. In a deep voice, Advaita asked, "Who are you and why are you here?" Srivas replied, "Please listen and I will tell you. My name is Narada. I sing for Lord Krishna. I wander in the numberless universes. I went to Vaikuntha to see Lord Krishna. There I heard that Lord Krishna had gone to a town in Nadia. I saw that the houses in Vaikuntha were empty. There were no husbands, no wives, no families. I could not stay in an empty Vaikuntha, so meditating on my Lord, I came here. Accepting the role and costume of Goddess Lakshmi, my Lord will dance today. That is why I have come to this assembly." Hearing Srivasa's words and believing them exactly like the words of Narada himself, the Vaishnavas smiled and made a great sound of jai. In his form, words, and action, Srivas Pandit was not in any way different from Narada Muni. And the Vaishnavas, saints, and devoted wives watched all this. As she watched, Mother Sachi became plunged in the nectar of ocean of love for Krishna. Mother Sachi asked Malini, "Is that Srivas Pandit?" Malini replied, "Hearing him speak, I know it is." Gazing at Srivasa's form, Mother Sachi, who is a great Vaishnava and the mother of all the worlds, became filled with wonder. Mother Sachi fainted in ecstasy. She showed no sign of being still alive. Everyone was afraid. At once the saintly ladies chanted Krishna, Krishna in her ear. Regaining consciousness, Mother Sachi remembered Lord Krishna. The saintly ladies tried to hold her still, but they could not. No one in the house was in material consciousness. Everyone wept. Then, plunged in the mood of Rukmini, Lord Chaitanya entered the house. Wrapped in Rukmini's mood, Lord Chaitanya no longer knew who he was. He became exactly like Rukmini, the princess of Vidarbha. Then Lord Chaitanya wrote a letter. The tears from his eyes were the ink. The ground was the paper. His finger was the pen. Rukmini's letter is in 7 verses of Srimad Bhagavatam. In reading that letter, Lord Chaitanya wept and wept. Now please hear the song Lord Chaitanya sang to explain those 7 verses. Anyone who hears this explanation will attain Lord Krishna as her husband. The first of these 7 verses is Srimad Bhagavatam. My dear Krishna, O infallible and most beautiful one, any human being who happens to hear about your transcendental form and pastimes immediately absorbs through his ears your name, fame, and qualities. Thus all material pangs subside, and he fixes your form in his heart. Through such transcendental love for you, he sees you always within himself, and by this process all his desires become fulfilled. Similarly, I have heard of your transcendental qualities. I may be shameless in expressing myself so directly, but you have captivated me and taken my heart. O most handsome man in the world, when I heard of your transcendental qualities, the sufferings of my body fled away. The sight of your handsome form is the greatest of all treasures. Only by past pious deeds is one able to gaze on you. You give that person the eyes to see you. O Lion of the Yadus, when I heard the description of your glories, my heart shamelessly ran to you. Where in the world is a saintly maiden who would not worship your feet? Without you, knowledge, noble family, good character, wealth, beauty, beautiful garments, and grand palaces are all worthless. O Lord of the 30 million demigods, please forgive my boldness. I cannot stop my heart from running to you. I place my heart, mind, intelligence, life, and everything before your feet. Please make me your wife. Please make me your maidservant. Let not Sishupal enjoy me. Please be merciful. Please accept me. Let not the jackal take what belongs to the lion. If I have in truth followed vows, given charity, worshipped the spiritual masters, the Brahmins and the demigods, and served infallible Lord Vishnu's feet, then may Lord Krishna become the master of my life, and may Sishupal flee far away. That is the boon I ask. Tomorrow's my wedding day. Come quickly, please don't delay. Secretly enter Vidarbha city. At the end there will be a great assembly with all the great armies. Sishupal, Salva, Jarasandha, and all the others will make trouble. You must kidnap me as the all-powerful king's watch. Lord, this will be your chance to show your Kshatriya pride and glory. Your wife should not be given to Sishupal. You must kidnap me without killing my kinsman. I will tell you a stratagem to accomplish this. I place it now before your feet. My family's custom is that the day before her marriage, the bride will visit Goddess Durga's temple. Lord, this is your opportunity to kidnap me. In this way, you will not kill my kinsman. If I am at fault to say all this, please forgive me. Lord Shiva yearns to bathe his limbs in the dust of your feet. He sees you as the Absolute, the Supreme. If you will not be merciful and give me the dust of your feet, then I will kill myself. This oath I take before you. O lotus-eyed Lord, please listen. I will take birth and die as many times as I must, but I will attain your priceless feet. O Brahmin, go. Go quickly to Lord Krishna. Repeat my request before him. Ecstatic in the mood of Rukmini, Lord Chaitanya sang the song. Overcome with love, the Vaishnavas wept and smiled. In this way there was a great joy in Chandrasekhar's house. Loud sounds of Hari were heard in the 4 directions. Awake, 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 Haridas called out. Wearing Narada's costume, Srivas Pandit danced. The first 3 hours passed happily in this way. During the second 3 hours, Gadadhar entered. Gadadhar was accompanied by Brahmananda, who wore the costume of an elderly lady, the friend of Suprabhata. They both walked across the stage. Brahmananda was playing the role of an elderly lady. He wore fine cotton clothing, he had a stick in his hand, and a wicker tray under his arm. Haridas called out, "Who are you?" Brahmananda replied, "We are going to Mathura." Srivas asked, "Ladies, who are your husbands?" Brahmananda replied, "Why do you ask?" Srivas asked, "We should not know?" "So be it," Brahmananda replied, shaking his head. Gangadas asked, "Where will you stay today?" Brahmananda replied, "You will give us a place to stay." And Gangadas asked, "You ask many questions, but you won't give any answers. Go away." Advaita said, "Why should we ask so many questions? Other wives are like one's own mother. Why should we embarrass them? Our master is very fond of singing and dancing. Dance, and you will get your wealth." Hearing Advaita's words, Gadadhar happily danced in ecstatic love. Wrapped in the mood of goddess Lakshmi, Gadadhar gracefully danced as the devotees sang appropriate songs. Seeing Gadadhar dance, who would not weep, overcome with ecstatic love? A stream of ecstatic love flowed from Gadadhar's eyes. Sprinkled by these tears, goddess Earth thought herself fortunate. Gadadhar became like the Ganga personified. Gadadhar is Lord Krishna's spiritual potency. That is the truth. That is the truth. Again and again, Lord Chaitanya said, "Gadadhar is my friend in Vaikuntha." The devotees who sang in the kirtan and watched all these pastimes floated in ecstatic love. By Lord Chaitanya's mercy, no one was aware of the external world. Calling out, "Hari, Hari," the circle of Vaishnavas wept. A tumult of blissful sounds arose from everyone. In the 4 directions could be heard sounds of weeping and ecstatic love for Lord Krishna. Then, in the costume of a gopi, Gadadhar began to dance. Then Lord Chaitanya, who is the master of all, and who was then wearing the costume of his original spiritual potency, entered. Then, in the costume of a bent-over elderly lady, Lord Nityananda entered. He floated in the nectar of ecstatic love. At that moment, a great sound of Jai, Jai arose from the circle of Vaishnavas. Some could not recognize Lord Chaitanya. He was very beautiful. It was as if he was not an actor wearing the costume at all. Playing the role of an elderly lady, Nityananda walked behind Lord Chaitanya. There was not the slightest sign of their true identities. Everyone tried to guess. That one must be Lord Chaitanya. When they guessed, that one must be Lord Chaitanya. Many guessed wrong. Was Goddess Lakshmi, who rose from the ocean, now standing before their eyes? Did Goddess Sita, the wife of the lion of the Raghavas, now walk before them? Had Goddess Mahalakshmi come? Had Parvati come? Had the personified glory and opulence of Vrindavan forest come? Had Goddess Ganga come? Had Mercy personified come? Had Goddess Mahamaya, who bewilders even Lord Shiva, come? In this way, no one could recognize Lord Chaitanya. They were all bewildered at heart. Many had seen Lord Chaitanya from the time of his birth, but now they had not even half a sesame seed worth of power to recognize him. What to speak of others, even Mother Sachi did not recognize him. Mother Sachi said, "Has Goddess Lakshmi come to dance before us?" Lord Krishna has now personally become the inconceivable spiritual goddess of devotional service, the queen of all yogas. When they saw this form, Shiva and Parvati both became bewildered. However, on this occasion, the Vaishnavas did not become bewildered in that way. The Lord was merciful to them. That was the reason why. Lord Chaitanya became an ocean of mercy. He became like a mother staying in the devotees' hearts. It was as if their mother had come from the spiritual world. Unaware of themselves, the devotees wept with bliss. They all gazed at Lord Chaitanya. Advaita and the other devotees swam and floated in an ocean of ecstatic love for Krishna. Wrapped in the mood of the universes, Lord Chaitanya danced as the devotees sang appropriate songs. In the mood of which potency was Lord Narayan dancing? The devotees were never certain. Sometimes the Lord said, "O Brahman, has Krishna come?" Then they knew the Lord was in the mood of Princess Rukmini. When he shed streams of blissful tears, the devotees thought the Lord was like Goddess Ganga personified. When he loudly laughed in ecstasy, the devotees thought the Lord was like Goddess Durga. When he stumbled as he danced, the devotees thought the Lord was like Revati, intoxicated by drinking Kandambari nectar. When he said, "Come, dear old lady, let us go to Vrndavana," the devotees knew the Lord was in the mood of a beautiful girl in Gokula. When he sat down in a Virasana yoga posture and meditated, the devotees saw that he was like a great goddess who rules over many millions of yogis. Although he was dressed in Rukmini's costume, Lord Chaitanya manifested the different natures of all his different potencies who stay in the numberless universes. In this way, Lord Chaitanya taught everyone, no one should disrespect my potencies. By honoring the potencies of Lord Krishna, potencies described in the Vedas and in tradition, one attains firm devotion to Lord Krishna. Persons who offend the demigods displease Lord Krishna. Persons who worship Lord Krishna along with his associates please Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna personally teaches this, therefore it is the truth. Only unfortunate persons with sinful hearts will not accept this truth. Lord Chaitanya danced the roles of all his different potencies. No one has ever seen beautiful dancing like this. All who saw, listened, or sang as the Lord enjoyed these pastimes floated in waves of ecstatic love. A great flood of tears flowed everywhere from the devotees' eyes. As the fair lion of Lord Chaitanya danced the role of his original spiritual potency, devotees happily watched. Their eyes were like bumblebees drawn to the lotus flower of the Lord's feet. Lord Chaitanya became like Goddess Bhakti personified. He trembled, perspiration, bodily hair standing on end, and tears had no end. Lord Nityananda's holding Nityananda's hand, Lord Chaitanya danced. Who has the power to describe their sidelong glances? Sriman Pandit held a lamp. Speaking in the four directions, Haridas reminded everyone to be attentive. Then Lord Nityananda Balaram fell to the ground unconscious. Where was he playing the role of elderly lady now? Nityananda Ananta Shesh was overcome with love for Lord Krishna. When Lord Nityananda fell to the ground, the Vaishnavas in the four directions wept. How wonderful was that great weeping pushed by ecstatic love for Lord Krishna. Lord Chaitanya himself was the force that caused all these activities. Some devotees embraced, some wept, some grasped each other's feet, some rolled on the ground. Lord Chaitanya embraced Gopinath Acharya. Then Lord Chaitanya, now wrapped in the mood of Goddess Mahalakshmi, stood on the deity's throne. With folded hands, everyone stood before the Lord. Offer prayers to me, Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya Krishna demanded. Understanding that Lord Chaitanya was now in the mood of Goddess Lakshmi, the devotees offered prayers. Lord Chaitanya listened. Some devotees offered prayers to Goddess Lakshmi, and others offered prayers to Goddess Durga. They fell to the ground and offered prayers according to their understanding. They prayed, O Mahamaya, O Mother of the worlds, glory, glory to you. O Goddess, please give the pleasing shade of your feet to the suffering conditioned souls. O Goddess who rules countless millions of universes, glory, glory to you. Yuga after yuga, you descend to this world and protect the principles of religion. Even Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva cannot properly describe all your glories. What to speak of others? You are the form of the universes. You have all powers. You are faith, mercy, and shyness. You are devotional service to Lord Vishnu. All branches of knowledge are parts of your form. The Vedas declare you are the potency that controls all of the Lord's potencies. You are the mother of all the universes. You have the power to describe. Who has the power to describe your true nature? You are the origin of the three worlds. The three modes exist within you. Brahma and the demigods have not the power to understand you. This we declare. You are the shelter of everything. You're the home where all conditioned souls live. You're the origin. You're changeless. You're the best of the Lord's potencies. You are the mother of the universes. You have no rival. O Mother, assuming the form of the earth, you protect the conditioned souls. Assuming the form of water, you give life to the conditioned souls. By remembering you, the conditioned souls break the bonds of material life. In the homes of the saintly, you appear as Goddess Lakshmi. In the homes of the impious, you appear as time personified. You create and maintain the three worlds. They who do not worship you find themselves in the three kinds of calamities. You give faith to the Vaishnavas. O Mother, please give me shelter in the shade of your feet. The whole material world is plunged in the illusions you create. O Mother, if you do not protect someone, who will protect him? You have come here to deliver everyone. O Mother, please make all the suffering conditioned souls into your servants. Brahma and all the demigods bow down before you. You are the intelligence in all living beings. By remembering you, one purifies all mantras and everything else. In this way, the great devotees offered prayers. Eager to grant boons, Lord Chaitanya carefully listened. Again and again, everyone offered dandavat obeisances. Again and again, everyone offered prayers. Again and again, everyone recited Sanskrit verses. They said, O Mother, you are our shelter. Please cast a merciful glance upon us, so our thoughts may always stay at your feet. In this way, everyone offered prayers. Raising their arms, they wept. The saintly ladies in the house also wept. Great bliss was present in Chandrasekhar's home. Materialists cannot understand this bliss. All this happened at night. Filled with the bliss, the devotees were not aware how the night was passing. Then the brilliant and cruel dawn came. The night, which was their opportunity for ecstatic dancing, had come to an end. Everyone felt their hearts had been pierced by arrows. Startled, everyone looked in the four directions, declaring, "The night is over." They wept. The grief of losing 100 sons was not equal to the grief that took birth in the Vaishnavas' hearts. The Vaishnavas unhappily stared at the rising sun. It was only by Lord Chaitanya's mercy that the sun was not burnt to ashes. The devotees' rejoicing was now transformed into lamentation. Lord Chaitanya himself was the force behind this change. Unhappy, the devotees wept. Throwing themselves to the ground, the devotees' saintly wives also wept. The wives of the Vaishnavas were the internal potencies of Lord Narayan. They were the mothers of the universes. All the saints' wives wept. They all grasped Mother Sachi's feet. Impelled by devotion to Lord Krishna, a great weeping arose in the four directions. Chandrasekhar's home became filled with ecstatic love for Krishna. It was very natural for the Vaishnava to weep in this way. Birth after birth, they had known of Lord Krishna's pastimes and glories. Someone said, "Alas, why did the night end?" Why did Lord Krishna cheat us of this nectar? Seeing the Vaishnavas weeping in the four directions, Lord Chaitanya felt compassionate. As a mother loves her child, so Lord Chaitanya loved them all. He considered them all as children. Assuming the form of a mother, Lord Chaitanya very affectionately offered him his breast to drink. Now Lord Chaitanya became the mother of the universe. He became Goddess Lakshmi, Goddess Parvati, Goddess Daya, Goddess Narayani. In this way, Lord Chaitanya proved the truth of his own statement in Bhagavad Gita. I am the father and the grandfather. I am the support and the mother. In Bhagavad Gita, he said, I am the father of this universe, the mother, the support, and the grandsire. Each Vaishnav joyfully drank milk from Lord Chaitanya's breast. For millions and millions of births, they are most fortunate. As they drank milk from Lord Chaitanya's breast, their feelings of separation fled far away. They became intoxicated with the nectar of ecstatic love. All these pastimes never end. The Vedas say only that sometimes they can be seen, and sometimes they cannot be seen. Lord Chaitanya, who is the ruler of the King of Kings, enjoyed pastimes like this in Nadia. Whatever is gross or subtle in all the universes exists in Lord Chaitanya's form. Lord Chaitanya's form is not different from all the worlds. By his will there is creation. By his will, everything enters into him again. He playfully creates the numberless universes. That is his pastime. The demigods obey his will. By his will, everything is done. How can anything happen without his will? Whatever he wills becomes reality. He came to this world to deliver the conditioned souls. That is his greatness. Unaware of his glories, the sinners rebuked Lord Chaitanya when he chanted the word Gopi. Lord Chaitanya's wonderful dancing in the role of a Gopi is a great treasure hidden in the four Vedas. Anyone who hears this pastime attains pure devotion to Lord Krishna. In this way, Lord Nityananda assumed the role of an elderly lady, and Lord Chaitanya assumed the role of Goddess Lakshmi. Lord Nityananda always assisted Lord Chaitanya in his pastimes. In these pastimes, Lord Chaitanya became a gopi, and Lord Nityananda became an elderly lady. How can a person who has not seen this pastime understand? Only a person who has attained Lord Krishna's mercy can understand the heart of this pastime. A person who has only a little good fortune cannot understand the truth of Lord Nityananda. Someone may say that Lord Nityananda is a great yogi, or he is a great devotee, or a great philosopher. Why should the people not say whatever they like? Why should the people not speak in these ways about Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda? I pray that Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda will place their lotus feet in the people's hearts, no matter what the people say. The only exception I make is for the sinners who speak blasphemy. Them I will kick on the head. This Madhya-Khanda's description of Lord Chaitanya Naraya's dancing in the costume of Goddess Lakshmi is like nectar for the ears. Dancing in the role of Mother Lakshmi, Lord Chaitanya taught the truth of devotional service. Then, giving him his breast milk to drink, he fulfilled his devotees' desires. For 7 days there was a wonderful effulgence in the home of Chandrasekhar, the jewel of acharyas. It was as if the moon, sun, and lightning joined together in one place. All the pious persons very happily gazed on that effulgence. People who came to Chandrasekhar's home found themselves unable to open their eyes. The people said, "Why can't we open our eyes in Chandrasekhar's home?" Hearing these words, the Vaishnavas smiled in their hearts. No one revealed what had happened. Lord Chaitanya's Maya potency is supremely bewildering. Because of that potency, no one could understand the reason for the effulgence. In this way, Lord Chaitanya enjoyed inconceivable pastimes with his devotees in Navadvip. Listen, listen, O my brothers, to this Madhya-Khanda's description of Lord Chaitanya's pastimes. The two moons, Sri Krishna Chaitanya and Sri Nityananda, are my life and soul. The two moons, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Nityananda, my life and soul, I Vrndavana sing the glories of their feet.